guys and gals, and welcome back to my channel. I have a new microphone. I'm still figuring it out. It's really making me upset because it's like this echoey background, and it could be where I live because all this going on. But you know what? We're gonna live with it. We're gonna deal with it. Something I want to chat about. Something I want to chat about is that I, for one, have been so busy, which is why I don't film all the time. And I know that's super annoying, but that's life. It is what it is, and I don't care. Also, I got these new microphones for a reason because I'm going to start a new podcast segment. It's called the That's Okay Podcast. It's going to talk a lot about like my mental health, the things that I deal with, why I deal with it, being open and honest about my diagnosis and the things that I go through in life. But also, I want people to come on to collaborate with me because um, I want people to also understand like they can talk about their life experiences and stuff like that. But it's not going to be like this super sappy boohoo podcast. It's like, I don't know, it's going to be fun, but it does kind of like validate the way that like I feel and why the things I do are the things that I do, why the things that happen are the way they happen, all that good and fantastic stuff. Um, I can't do the thing. Oh. See, but when I do that, I just have to. That's annoying. Why can't I do things? Anyways, yeah. So I'm really excited for that podcast because this does not mean that Crippling Coffee Chats ends because Crippling Coffee Chats is just me rambling on about life and like stupid things. Um, the That's Okay podcast is gonna be a little more whoop whoop. I mean, not like whoop whoop, but like yeah, so fun. I don't know how to explain it because it's an odd explanation for it because I don't want you guys to think it's gonna be like depressing, but it's also not gonna be. I mean, it's gonna be like semi-serious. But it does kind of like validate the silliness that follows mental health. And the part of it that like I'm opening up about is that I suffer. I hate saying suffer because that's actually really dramatic. I have borderline personality disorder, and I deal with a lot of like really great challenges almost every single day of my life. The diagnosis has really helped me understand myself, but it's also very hurtful to me. I think I have a hard time being open entirely about having it. It's a lot of things that like my friends don't know that I have that I don't really explain much. Or like people do know that I have it, but I don't explain it. I don't explain it because it is a very intense mental disorder, and the biggest part of it is like the fear of abandonment, and my fear of telling people about it is that people are going to walk off on me, and they might, and that means these aren't people that are worth being in my life, but that is the fear that irks me on the inside. So I don't want to. We'll deal with that when the time comes, okay? Right now it's not that time, but when the That's Okay podcast comes out, it will be the time. And honestly, I'll be filming like an intro for that pretty soon. I will explain that I am going to be like quite busy again. I'm gonna try to film on the weekends because I don't work on the weekends, but I did get vice president of new member education in my sorority. Yay, everyone clap for me. Everyone clap for me, everyone cheer. Yes, she's so good. Anyways, that's gonna have me really busy. I have T minus 18 days until bid day, to which I have to plan entirely by myself. But all the decorations, I know the theme, not telling you because recruitment hasn't even happened yet, and I know a bunch of people from my hometown watch my podcast. Mm-mm, mm-mm. Y'all thought I was gonna tell you. Mm. I might vlog it. Honestly, I might vlog it. I'm so pumped. The theme is great. The theme is gorgeous. It's China. It's beautiful. It's absolutely everything I've ever wanted in life. Thank you. So I will probably vlog like behind the scenes of it if I'm not acting crazy, because these are some of the hardest things to plan, because it's one of the biggest events of the year for sororities. So it gets really intense. Not like me screaming at people. It just gets intense because it's a lot and it's a very crammed timing. So it's kind of a lot. It's kind of not super fun and fantastic sometimes. So, um, yeah, there's definitely hard work, bloodshed, tear shed behind the fun things, unfortunately. But I think I'm gonna pull it off really well, I hope. I love to make people happy. I love to make people happy. So I really hope I do this right. Um, what else is new? Okay, I'm applying for grad school. Um, next. I now graduate next winter. Had to take an extra semester. It's okay, it happens. It happens to us. It happens. Girls, we went through a hard time. Okay? We went through a hard time. If you are going through a hard time and you have to take an extra semester, you have to take an extra year, you have to leave school, you have to take a gap year, it's okay. Don't feel shame. I did cry about it for a week, okay? And I think that's valid. But then I decided to apply to be vice president of my sorority. So, like, one door closes, another one opens, and we are blessed, and we are happy, and we move on. That's life. Let's think. Yeah, so I'm applying to grad school in the winter. Hopefully, going to be moving as well because I'm tired of living in my hometown. I think it's not doing good for me anymore. I think it'll be good for my mental to branch out to new experiences. Something I explained to my roommate was like, being in my hometown, this is where all of my bad habits are. I don't know how to explain that other than the fact that, like, this is where all my bad habits are, and this is where I'm comfortable in being in those bad habits. And I need to be pushed out of my comfort zone and challenge and create a better habit of life for me. Um, I really like don't know how to explain that other than like that's how I feel. I look crusty. Anyways, maybe I'll just get ready for work as we speak. As we speak on the podcast. So something I did this year, because it is a new year, it is 2026. Thank God. Actually, 2025 was so fun for me. I'm really sorry to everyone who had like a rough 2025. I mean, it was rough for me, don't get me wrong. I'd come up on a diagnosis right before 2025 and I've been navigating it and that's been hard, but like let's be real, I've had a fantastic year. I really have. I've had so much fun this year. Um, yeah. So it's been a really fun year. There have been hard times, obviously, but every phase and season of life, there is no like constant good time, and that's unfortunate. I think a lot of it does have to do with my diagnosis and the fact that I do know certain things now. I know how to handle certain things now. Now, granted, do I need to go to therapy? Yes, absolutely. And I don't. My mom's gonna be like, you can't film YouTube videos for therapy. Yes, I know, Jennifer. That's not the point. But yeah. And so I got a new job. I love my job. I love my job. I work at a domestic violence shelter. It can be difficult, it can be challenging, and I love that. I love it. I love my job. I love the people I work with. Um, it's fun. It's okay. Everyone's gonna be like, "Why is that fun?" It's something I enjoy. It's the line of work that I truly enjoy. So, there's something new every day, and I kind of like that. I kind of like the unpredictability of that. Um, that sounds weird, but it's true. That's just how I roll. Um, so yeah, there's that. I finished my reading goal of the year. 20 books, 20 books. Okay, I know that sounds very little, but here's some context. I hated reading growing up. I was never very good at reading. I'm very good at reading, or I suck at reading comprehension at times. Not good at it. I'm not a good reader. 20 books is a lot for me. For a year, that's a lot for me. I know some of y'all can finish like 50, 70, 100 books a year. That ain't me. That ain't me. So my next goal is 22 books because I didn't want to go 25 because that's still a stretch. So we're going 22. 22 books. I honestly might do like my year like book review as a YouTube video because I read some really good ones, like some really good ones, and then I read some really awful ones. Some that made me mad. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Guys, I've been scratching my skin because I found a flea on my dog this morning because I just like hadn't given her flea and tick medicine yet, and it's not like that we're infested. It was literally a singular one, and it's the first one I've seen, and it's only been like 2 weeks late on the medication. So I get paranoid. I'm sorry guys, I'm not dirty. I'm not dirty, I promise I'm not dirty and I don't have fleas. I just it happens. Fleas are my biggest fear. Or not my biggest fear. They're my biggest pet peeve because in my last apartment, Howie man, Howard, that's sitting up there on the bed. You guys know Howard. This poor dog, he has the thickest double coat. It's wiry. It's extremely difficult to brush. It's extremely difficult to clean. It's just the way he is built, guys. Okay? It's the way he's built. He's just a baby. He's just a baby. This poor dog went through topicals, pills, anything you can imagine. We went through maybe 10 to 15 different brands of topicals and we could not get rid of them. Uh, We couldn't. I had house sprays. I bleached things. I washed the sheets every day. I sprayed down the furniture every day. I mean, this poor dog could not get rid of them. The cat never had them because I would brush her out with the flea pick, and then I did one topical on her, and she was fine. This dog, no, never worked. So finally, I got them a heartworm medication that also prevents fleas, ticks, eggs, all that stuff. We've been living lavish ever since. So I saw that and decided I was going to die. hmm I decided that was going to kill me today. So I immediately, when I tell you I sprinted to my room. Also, by the way, if you don't know, fleas are extremely hard to kill. You're supposed to drown them, but that doesn't always work. That doesn't always work. Poor Howie, like when I used to have to pick him off of him, I used to like literally empty the pick in the toilet, flush him down the toilet. But if you see one, I rip it off of them and I have to slice it. You have to. You have to behead those hoes because they don't die. You can't squish them. You literally cannot squish them. They are a powerhouse. It's so stupid. I hate it. I promise I'm not dirty. It just happens, okay? Okay, no shame. It happens. Leave me alone. So I sprinted to my room, and I pulled out their heartworm medication and I shoved it down their throat. I didn't shove it down their throat. Listen, Pearl will eat anything. Anything. She'll eat it. Today, she would not eat that. Normally, I have no issues. I just toss it to her, she eats it. They're beef flavored. Come on. It's like they know. It's so stupid. So I had to whip out the peanut butter. First of all, Pearl's greedy. She thought she could eat the spoon. She doesn't lick it. She just eats it. She thought she could eat the spoon. But anyway, she got hers done. Howie is a little more difficult because he knows all the tricks. He knows the cheese. He knows the turkey. He knows the ham. Last time I did it with peanut butter, it worked. This time, there's a peanut butter wad sitting on my bed with medication in it. I don't like that I have to shove things down his throat. I hate it. It makes me feel so bad because he's my anxious dog. He is my Velcro dog. And he ain't it. But I am gonna have to do it because I can't take this. I cannot do it. I will not do the bugs. I will not do the fleas. I literally saw it sprayed the furniture, sprayed my furniture, and shoved meds down their throats. Okay? I'm gonna put the topical on the cat. Trust. I'm not doing this. I refuse. I rebuke it in the name of the Lord. Okay? I got really off topic from the books, guys. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But I read so many good books. I read so many good books this year. I'm very picky though on my liking of books. So hopefully this year's good. I got in a really bad slump at the very end of everything because I got behind and then I had to read 4 books like that. So I had to force myself to like read. And so once I hit my final book for the challenge, I almost couldn't do it. I almost couldn't do it. I literally almost couldn't do it. So I got a really short book called Carmilla. It's supposed to be like a prerequisite to Dracula, but it's about a lesbian, and that's cool. I like lesbians. Anyway, damn it. I liked it. It was good. Okay, it's 83 pages. Okay, it's good. I enjoyed it. I really did. About a vampire and a lesbian. I don't know what to say. That's literally what I gained from it. Okay, and there's nothing wrong with it. I enjoyed it. Um, Then there's some good movies that I watched. Okay, well, okay. I started a couple years ago. I started reading the book Me Before You, and there's a movie. Okay, there's a movie. Oh my god, there's a movie, bruh. I read the first few, like maybe the first chapter of the book, and then I like put it down because I. Okay, here's the deal. The writer is from the UK. Okay, even though they speak English. It's just that their grammar can be a little bit different, and like the way things are said are a little bit different, and that can be a little difficult when it comes down to reading. You guys might disagree. That's how I feel. Nothing wrong with the writers, fantastic writers. I just like had trouble reading it. So I put it down, right? Me and Molly, like a month ago, were like, let's watch the movie because I've seen some of the movie clips on Instagram Reels. Now, I had no idea what I was getting into. No idea what I was that movie. I could have cried so hard I could have thrown up. Oh my god, it made me want to rip. Made me feel like Lily Rose Depp and Nosferatu. It had me so sick. It was so sad, guys. It was so sad. What do you mean assisted? The worst line. Ooh, I almost said the. What do you mean assisted? And he still did it, even though he fell in love with her, and he did it for her. So I'm like, ooh, you're conflicted because you don't want him to do it, but he's doing it so that she could have a better life. No, no. I was so sick. That movie made me so sick. It was a wonderful. It was a fantastic movie. But that means sick. That means sick, bruh. I don't believe in love. I don't believe in that. I don't, I don't believe in that. It's dead. It's done. It's so 1950s. It's 2026. Okay. I don't believe in that crap. Anyways. That movie made us cry so hard. It was ridiculous. It was so ridiculous, bro. That's so dumb. And I watched Nosferatu. Listen, there's something about me that I have like serious issues. Um, I have to watch a horror movie or a documentary or anything that has to do with unaliving people or crime to fall asleep. Okay, I'm sorry. 2 a.m. I'm not psychotic. It's just who I am. It's just how I feel. I don't know why it comforts me. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe I'm bored with it and it makes me fall asleep. I doubt that because it's still my career. I really want to work like in like a juvenile detention center as a therapist or like an inmate therapy. My mother said why, and I said I don't know. I'm interested. Ew. Okay. Um. Yeah, I have like a lot of issues with that movie, Nosferatu, because it was very sexual to the point where that's what was scary. The movie wasn't scary. The sexual parts were scary. It was really bad. It was really bad. And the one scene that like I actually cannot get out of my head, like for the life of me, is the one where she's staying with her husband's, I guess, friends, and they're like caretaking for her because they think she's got the plague, and they think she's crazy. They think she's mental, which she was. Um, and they're at the ocean, they're on the beach, and the guy, he's like, I gotta talk to my wife. Him and his wife are taking this walk and they're chatting, and he's like, she's crazy, and she's like, she's not crazy, she's just sad. And then tell me why Queen literally starts screaming her head off and is laying on the edge of the shore, not joking, on the shore, red eagle, having a freaking seizure because she's, yeah, I don't have to explain the rest. I don't have to. That was what was scary. I cannot get that scene out of my head, bruh. Lily Rose Depp is amazing though, but I had so many issues with that movie. And then I was like, why is it so sexual? Why is it so sexual? I don't understand. And then I looked it up, and then it all started making sense. Girl, you watched Dracula like hundreds of times. You know about Dracula. I did not understand. And you watched Twilight. Girl, get it together. Like, can you make it make sense? I didn't understand that all vampire stories are deemed to be sexual. I didn't know that. Okay, then it made sense when I looked it up. Because then I started thinking about Dracula and I said, oh, right. Then I started thinking about Twilight. Oh, right. Okay, trust. My bad. Sorry, I didn't put the dots together, but apparently, literally of all time, vampires represent sexual things. Full representation. That's what a vampire is. Sex. Okay? I'm mad about it. I get it. You know what was fantastic too? Frankenstein. Oh my god. Mia Goth and Jacob Elordi in Frankenstein. Oh, it's everything I ever wanted. Here's the deal. I love that they made Creature Frankenstein fabulously good looking. And I'm so glad they picked Jacob Elordi. Listen, I was never on the original Jacob Elordi train, but oh my god. I'd be looking at him these days and said, Yowza, he's delish. He's he's fab. He that is the man for me. That is the man for me right there, okay? Anyways, so I'm glad that they made Creature like good looking because technically Frankenstein, like the building of the creature, was made of all the best parts of people. So he's supposed to be fine. I mean, obviously, when you're stitching it all together, and it's not supposed to be perfect, but he's supposed to be a little hot. They said, Creature, we gonna do you justice. And they did. Jacob Elordi. Thank you. Thank you. Mia Goth, always fantastic. I'm in love with her. I literally adore her. I literally, she's the epiphany of women in horror. She's fabulous. I love Mia. And then their chemistry together in the movie, everything you could have ever asked for. Everything you could have ever asked for. I'm probably gonna watch it again. It's beautiful story. I also liked it because it's very close to the actual book. I hate book remakes into a movie, and it's nothing like the book. Hey, what the heck? Like The Summer I Turned Pretty, y'all. That's a different story. The Summer I Turned Pretty, it makes me so unbelievably angry. So unbelievably mad. It is the worst freaking everything. Everything is so bad. Everything is bad. Belly, insufferable. Jeremiah, insufferable. Conrad's a whore. Wait, no. Back that up, Cecilia. Belly's insufferable. Conrad's insufferable. Jeremiah's a whore. Taylor's a bitch. Ooh. Ugh. Mind you, something crazy. I like the show better than the books. It's just poorly written, okay? It really was. And maybe I'm too old to read it now. Like, honestly, because those books were written for like coming of age, young adults, teenagers, middle schoolers. Like, it was not made for a 22-year-old woman to read. So maybe that's the problem. Anyways, so The Summer I Turned Pretty, me and you have beef. Not good. Bad, poor, terribly written. I do like Taylor in the show though. I hate her in the books. Hate her in the books. She's god awful. She's insufferable. I hate her. Thank you. Guys, I'm so happy to be back. I like honestly, things have been good, and I know it's just a euphoric moment that's like gonna disappear probably like in like maybe when I end the podcast, it's gonna go away and I'm gonna be like, I hate my life and no. I hate my life. I hate everything. Because that's what I do. That's everything that I do all the time. But yeah, new podcast segment coming through hopefully soon. I can't promise like to be consistent on posting just because I am such a busy human being and that sucks. But the goal is to film every weekend. The goal is to film every weekend and post every single weekend. If it's not then, it's probably earlier. I really hope I can make this happen. I'm trying to do better and have better habits in life and stop being depressed, and because I have a tendency to get really depressed and not know that I'm depressed and assume that everything is fine and it's not. I'm not gonna die, by the way, so don't think that. I'm like actually okay. It's just that I have clinical depression and seasonal depression. So everything is fine. It's normal, but I have to push my motivations, and that can get really hard for me. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna push on motivation, and we're gonna post and all that good stuff. Okay. Anyways, have a good day, have a good night, have a good morning. Whatever you do, just do it.